Hello, everyone. My name is Stanley St. Rose, and today we're going to be talking about In the Desert by Stephen Crane. Now, before I go into summary and analysis of this poem, please remember to leave a like, subscribe, and/or comment so the channel can continue to grow. Now, In the Desert by Stephen Crane is a very interesting poem. Basically, the speaker of the poem is in the desert. And in the desert, the speaker meets this creature squatting on the ground, and the creature is eating its own heart. When the speaker of the poem asks the creature, how does the heart taste? The creature pretty much says it tastes bitter, but the creature is fine eating with his eating his heart. It's almost like he likes eating his own heart, and the creature is content in its own misery and its own suffering, eating its own heart. So it's bitter, it's painful, it's suffering, it's in a desert, a desolate place. I mean, this whole poem, that's the imagery that the poem pretty much gives to us. And, when we're looking at it in terms of analysis, in terms of deeper meaning here, it's a very sad and dark poem. I mean, this creature and the speaker, they're in a desert. A desert, if you can picture a desert, no water, very hot, unpleasant, unlivable, inhospitable. This creature, that's kind of frightening. We don't know exactly what it looks like, but it is a creature, a beast, a monster of some sort. It's bestial. Stephen Crane described it as Bestial, that word, bestial. And it's a very dark scene, and this creature is eating its own heart. I mean, that's dark, and it's suffering. There's pain, but the creature knows the taste of its own pain. So there's a semblance of. I mean, this is a very deep part of this poem. Is that there's a sense of familiarity with the pain. I mean, the creature knows its own pain. It's familiar with the pain. It knows that its pain is bitter, but it's content eating its own pain. It's accepted its own pain. This says a lot about people who go through horrible life circumstances. They understand their sorrow and they accept it and they choose to live within it. There's some people that are facing situations in life where they know that they can't get out of it, and they come to terms with it and live with it. You think about all types of disabilities and all types of traumas and all types of horrific life circumstances. It's bitter pains, bitter traumas that people have faced in life, and they've had to pretty much had certain pains shoved down their throat, and they have to pretty much just take it. And some people try to get out. Some people try to figure out a way out of a bitter situation, but sometimes you have to eat your own heart, and it tastes bitter. And you have to sit in your own suffering, and you have to face your own pain. And some people just accept it and just live life with their baggage and their pain on their backs. And some people, it's just what's familiar to them. The pain is familiar, the circumstance is familiar, and you just have to eat your own heart. So Stephen Crane here, he depicts a very real reality for most human beings. Sometimes you face circumstances. Sometimes you're in a desert, you're in a situation, you're in a problem that is barren, that is dead, that is dry. You have to face a circumstance, a situation that's dark, that's painful, that's suffering, and you kind of have to just face it, eat your own heart, and maybe it becomes a part of your identity, because some people identify, some people find their identity in their pain, and they put their pain on their chest as their identity, like it's an integral part of their identity, an essential part of their identity. And if without that pain, without that trauma, maybe that they faced when they were a child, maybe in their young life, maybe at some point of their life, that tragedy, that accident, that type of disability, maybe it becomes part of who they are. It defines them. It defines their personality. It might be bitter, but it just becomes a part of their life, and they start to identify with it. So at its core, this creature has gone through something. This creature is eating its heart. It knows that it's its heart. It knows what its heart tastes like. It knows that it is bitter. It knows that it's in the desert and that it's suffering, but it has accepted, and it has accepted its fate, its circumstance, and he's just eating it and, well, just living it out. So, really bleak, really dark poem, really sad, but it's a reality that a lot of people do face all the time. So that's my summary analysis of this poem. Please remember to leave a like, subscribe, and or comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video.